Greetings all, and welcome back to this series of Porthos Plays. We are playing The Lord of the Rings Return to Moria with the Durin's Folk expansion installed, although so far we haven't actually come across any Durin's Folk features. And at the end of the last episode, we had got ourselves a bit more gear, some better armour, some better weapons, having explored the mines of Moria a little bit. We are now in the mines of Moria area of the map, and as you can see, there are still quite a few rooms that we haven't unlocked. There's even a blue section here, something different this way comes, and a lower down section there as well to find our way through. In between episodes, I've done a little bit of work. I have added in this treasure pile over here, or treasure cache, I think this one is, a smaller one, to keep our coins and a couple of our gemstones in. And I have also lowered the torches on the walls in here because they were too high up and it was still pretty dark. And I also popped back and picked up the Mahal's gift that we did not have the inventory space to pick up in an earlier episode, as I remembered that they were there when I was doing some editing work on that. So we're going to get stuck in straight away. It's morning, we've had breakfast, let's go explore the mines. So here we are heading through to a new colour on the map. This isn't the blue section we saw at the start of the episode. This has appeared as I've come into this new room, and it is red, and I think it is Orctown. Here we go. Let's see what we can see in here. Orctown it is indeed. So this area is going to be heavily defended. I think I can climb over here to get in, but we're going to have a go at these guys with our new Last Alliance Maul and Rohirrim shield. See if we can clear some of these guys out. Oh, that is a hard hit. 39 points of damage. But then I can do 49 with a charged attack. So let's take these guys on. Just stand near the pillar. Let them do some of the work for me. Or just generally get it with splash damage as I hit the orcs. Good, some good loot there, including some black diamonds I think we picked up. Excellent. I'll stand over here next to this banner.
Knock this one dead.
Cool. No more will spawn now. Just got to clear out what's already in here. Switch to the spear for the bats. One of the things I do find frustrating about this game is that no matter which way I look in terms of the up-down direction, my strike is always straight ahead at my level, which does make it quite hard to hit the bats, which are often above your head until they actually come to attack you. So, let's loot these chests. See what we've got. Oh, another 2 black diamonds and some more coins as well. Some more elven arrows, all really good stuff. And over here on this side, the same with different quantities. Excellent. So that's really, really good. We've taken a fair amount of damage to our armor, so we are going to proceed with caution here through Orctown. I don't think we'll be sweeping through all in one go. Probably have to go away, repair our kit, and come back a little bit later on to take on the actual Orc captain. but a good find to get to this point of the game and have the opportunity to run through our first Orctown. Oh, so we've just picked up a new goal, Prison Break. There is a survivor somewhere in this Orctown. This is very exciting. Our first survivor, the first actual evidence, rather beyond just a goal of the Durin's folk content being in here. So I am going to find this survivor and get them out of here. Oh, armor is nearly running out. We are going to have to be very careful. Oh, and the shield is nearly running out as well. Might have bitten off a little bit more than we could chew here. Got to be very careful with our strikes. But we do need to get this guy out of here. This survivor dwarf. Come on. Yeah, that's good. Break the banner. Oh no, we're taking actual damage now. That's okay, it's only a couple left. We can manage this and then bug out back to camp with our survivor. Yes, excellent, right. Orc chest. More of the same loot. But here we go. Can we break down this fence? We can. Yes.
Get me out of here.
Yes, I am here to help. I woke up after the explosion and orcs were dragging me away. I can't tell how long I've been stuck in here. Yes, let's get you out of here. Can we get back to the company? Did Gimli survive? We are trapped, but we have a small outpost. Okay, rescue.
Sincere thanks.
He has a masonry skill. I have no idea what that means, but we will figure it out. So, we're heading back to the camp to do a little bit of survivor learning. Okay, guys, here we are, arriving back at our camp. Where is he? There is no one here. Where is our survivor? Let's see. We have to build something to get them to come here. Oh, there is a new... rally stone. Central... Okay, yeah, it looks like we're going to have to make a rally stone to get that guy to appear here in the camp. So we need 2 bronze ingots. Let's get some bronze in the furnace. Alright, that's going to take a couple of minutes to smelt up. But we picked up some other new information, I think. Some... Here we go. Is it... No. No. Delvings. Here we go. So rally stones, a smaller, simpler version of delve stone. So this is a sort of smaller area to get the dwarves to come to your camp. So I think you have to build these in your camp, and then you can assign different dwarves to different camps with different rally stones if you have more than one. When you pick up survivors, it does say to convert a rally delving into a full delving, simply build a delve stone nearby. So okay, when we have rally stones rather than delve stones, we can't accumulate pride. Don't know what that means. We'll figure it out. A company dwarf, non-player dwarf recruited into a company can be assigned a given role. They must sleep in a bed, eat once a day, and spend some time merrymaking. Okay, that'll be interesting. And then they work the assigned role. Interesting. They can all be assigned to be a guard or a salvager with the appropriate equipment. Guards stand what? I guess they'll be useful during raids. Salvagers search the area for supplies. Oh, that's good. Interesting. And then mason's repair stuff. Okay, cool. Well, our guy was a masonry skill person. I don't think we really need them to do that at the moment. So we'll probably go for salvager for now. See what we can get them to find out there in the mines. But before we can do that, of course, we do need... there we go. Perfect. Bronze has been smelted. Let's get ourselves a delve stone or rally stone or whatever it's called. We'll squeeze that in here next to the rune table. And that's given us a bunch of extra recipes, presumably to do with making them. So let's do... let's name that Mines of Moria. So that's the area we're in. And... aha! Here we go. He is standing by. Assign him. Oh, no, okay. He must already be... oh, yeah, this delving, Sigbert. So he is assigned here. So where is he? Where are you, Sigbert? Sigbert! Where are you? Where is he? I want to play with Sigbert. I want to give him a job. Oh, okay, so we have some stats here on our company at level 1, which it looks like we won't be able to increase until we get a proper delve stone, which we'll see when we can do that. We can only have 1 delving, so we can't actually have multiple different places. We can only have up to 5 dwarves, so we only get 4 more survivors. We can only increase the delving to level 2, and a new delving start at level 1. But where is Sigbert? Well, he's not here right now. I'm not going to keep wandering around waiting for him with you guys in tow. So I'm going to see when he shows up and we'll check back in when he's here. Well, guys, this is a little bit frustrating. I did wonder whether maybe it might just be a time thing. He needs to get here from where I rescued him from. And it was pretty much dusk, so I did sleep. I'm just having my breakfast now. But he's still not here, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. I'm going to give it a bit more time. Maybe it is just a matter of him having to make his way here from Orctown. I'm going to go out and explore the mines a little bit, and then if he's not here when we get back, we might have a bug. But hopefully not. So we'll see how we go. Okay, guys, so I've come to the junction where this next tile is a different colour, so we're going to break through here, see what's on the other side. Oh, we have found the crystal descent.
Crystal descent. Should be able to fix the mine hoist to get down there.
So a new goal there from the crystal descent to rebuild the mine hoist. We need black diamonds specifically for that. And how many is it? We need to get up to 15. We currently are carrying 8. So we need another 7 black diamonds. So we will have to go through Orctown, I think, to get those. The drops from the boss there. And maybe some other loot from other orcs in there to repair that. We also need to pick up quite a bit more natural fiber to get that, which we'll get from spiders if it's not just left lying around. And that's the next big deal. But I think, as I say, we are going to have to go through Orctown and complete that before we can get that. I'm also interested in these rock formations here because I think with these, yes, true quartz is dropped and that gives us some new lighting options. So there is a masterwork torch there, I think, the Zarok torch, although it does say it's a Kuzdal Forge recipe, so I don't think we can build that just yet because we've only found the Navi Forge so far. But with the true quartz, we can also make some different lights for the base, I think. Although we might find we need some more other resources first. But the crystal descent being found, that is exciting. We'll have to get those black diamonds from Orctown. Cool. So there we go, guys. We have cleared out a spider's nest, which has got us a massive 54 natural fibre. So that's more than we need to repair the crystal descent. We just need the black diamonds from Orctown to do that now. I do think I'm going to keep exploring the mines a little bit more before I head into Orctown, though. I'm going to look to see if I can get some more recipes for weapons and armour and get ourselves a bit better geared up before we take on that challenge. As yet, we haven't seen the return of Sigbert, so we will hopefully see that soon, because I would really like to get into some Durin's Folk dwarf NPC action. Alright guys, as I'm walking through this tile here, I'm noting that we are only 55 yards away from the objective for the Gate to Durin's Highway. But we found the Crystal Descent, which I'm pretty sure, if memory serves, is the next phase of the game, so I wouldn't be surprised to find that it's got a Shadow Rune. There it is. So, another Shadow Rune, no way onto the highway from here, I guess. Let's speak to Aric and see what he has to say.
Ah, Aric! It's good to see you. Every path has led to more curses.
Curses on all roads, even on upper levels.
Durin's beard! What evil is this?
Evil. Shadows. Ill news. There is a way. Ancient way. Down in the deeps. A risk, but a way to the eastern stairs.
The old pilgrim road from myth? It's real? Then we have a plan. Thank you, Aric.
I will scout to the eastern stairs. Fly well, dwarf.
Okay, right. Well, Aric has given us the Find a Crystal Descent goal, which of course we have already completed. So it's still there. Maybe we need to actually go back in there again, having picked up this objective for it to advance. But obviously, the next thing we need to do is repair that Crystal Descent and get down there, which, as we've already discussed, means going through Orctown for the Black Diamonds. This Find Them All was also new when I opened this menu, and that is from the Durin's Folk to search for the other survivors, of which there may be up to 4, I'm guessing, before we get to the end of the campaign, based on the fact that the maximum was 5 for the Rally Stone rather than for the main Delve Stone. So I'm going to produce myself a fresh torch and carry on exploring around the mines. Although, actually, it looks like only this area here is left to explore, so we're going to head down there, still hoping to find some more statues and pick up some more gear before we take on Orctown in full. Okay, so we've only found one more statue so far on the level that we've already explored, so it is time, I think, to head down these stairs here and see what lies below in the mines one level down. Hopefully enough statues down here for us to pick up the rest of the Erebor armor set, for one thing, and ideally maybe the steel sword and the steel battle axe as well. We could do it with just the Lance Alliance Maul, I think, but it would be nice to have a bit of a choice of weapons and certainly some stronger armor. So here we are down the next level, and we'll see what we can find. Unfortunately, it seems that the new map update doesn't adapt the mini-map to the layer that you're on. So while here in the main map, it shows me that this is the extent of the area I've explored on this level, and obviously we have a higher level up here. The mini-map reflects the top-down view of the entire region, which is unfortunately the level above us. So the mini-map itself doesn't really become that useful for navigating now that I'm not on the top layer, because it could just shows me the layer above, essentially, which is not indicative of where I actually am. Oh, lovely. Steam vent there. Giving us a little assist on that last kill. With this tiles, Orc encampment. And with the Orcish key, some more loot from this chest. Excellent. 2 more black diamonds. Really, really good news. We needed 7 of those. Now we only need 5. And another Ranger's Journal page. We haven't found the Ranger's camp for this area yet. But we do have quite a few pages already. So when we do, we'll be well equipped for that. And 1 more of the Gimmel's carvings as well. And there is a bear coming from that direction. Just going to sneak away over here. Don't really want to tangle with him right now. I don't have any armor left. My shield is pretty low. But if we look in the inventory, we can see that we have 4 Ranger's Journal pages and 1 Gimmel's Miznachen carving. I must have left the rest of those behind in camp because I'm sure I picked up more of those already. So we will keep that in mind next time we go out, that we may, of course, find the chest down here while we're down here and we now don't have the carvings on us. And I'm going to go through into this map tile here. See what awaits. Might have been off more than we can chew here. Shield's pretty low. There's a lot of spiders. I don't have a lot of health. Nor do I have much chance to eat to heal while they're attacking me like this. This could be a bad encounter. Run away. Eat. Eat again. Ooh. Managed to survive that one. There is 1 more spider over there, over by his little spider camp. He's in the darkness, though, so we'll just shoot him. There we go. Right, that's that cleared out. Probably time to head back to camp. It is nighttime. I have low health. I have low durability on all my armor and gear. And we can always pick this up in the morning. Maybe, when we get back, we'll find Sigbert. Or we might get killed by a bear on the way. Well, here we are back at camp. And there's no sign of Sigbert. I think we're going to try giving Sigbert a bed. Let's put a bedroll down for him and assign it to him and see if that makes him appear. Pop it here next to the oven. Assign that to Sigbert, who's standing by. Sigbert's bedroll already claimed. Where are you, Sigbert? I want to give you a job. Well, we'll repair our gear. We'll go to bed. And we'll see if Sigbert's here when we wake up, I guess. Still no sign of Sigbert in the morning. This is becoming concerning. I am starting to wonder whether there is something not quite right here. That he's got stuck somehow. I don't really know how he would have done. But I definitely feel like he should have appeared here in the camp by now. So I might have to do a little bit Googling or something like that maybe to try and figure out exactly what's going on. But it's definitely not right that he's not here. But we'll carry on exploring the mines. We'll keep looking for statues. And then hopefully we'll figure out this Sigbert issue at some point later on. Okay, guys, so I've consulted with Reddit, and I've been told that if I withdraw Sigbert, there we go, and then relocate them. Other dwarves available, relocate to the Mines of Moria, confirm. Aha! Here we are.
No place I'd rather be.
Hello, Sigbert, friend Sigbert. Right, what are we going to do with you? We're going to give you a bed to start you off with. Yeah, Sigbert, that's your bed now. And let's see if we can't figure out how to make you do some stuff. So I'm going to have a little experiment here. Play around a little bit with what options they give me here for Sigbert. And see what we can get him to do. And don't know how long that's going to take. So we'll check back in once we figured it out. Okay, guys. So I have given Sigbert the salvager's creel here. And it says here that equipping this to any company dwarf with the right skill will assign them the role of salvager. It did say that in the wiki page in the game info page that we read earlier on that any dwarf can be assigned the role of salvager. So Sigbert, I think, is just going to go out and gather up some stuff from the local area around the base in the mines here. So we're going to go carry on exploring, and when we come back later on, we'll see what Sigbert has gathered. There we go. One more statue. Good to confirm. 2 more statues. Excellent. Good to confirm that there are, in fact, more statues down here. I was starting to wonder. And Erebor ringmail. Excellent. First armor piece unlocked. What do we get from the second one here? And a steel sword. Yes, excellent. Progress. Progress is being made. I'm going to keep going. We've still got, I think, a helmet to find, or maybe it's the gloves rather to find, and the steel battle axe needs at least 1 more recipe fragment, I think. So we've got a little bit more to get before we take on Orctown, but progress is good. Okay, so here we are. There is a statue over there. There are also a couple of nests around and a chest. More statues is the goal. Unfortunately, this pathway here is granite, which I can't break through, so we're doing a little bit of careful bridging along here with the quick platforms to get ourselves over to that statue. If I can get this one to snap. There we go. And eggs. Eggs have been discovered. King's omelette and mushroom scramble unlocked. 2 new recipes for food. Excellent stuff. And we will continue working our way towards the statue. And the steel battle axe. The steel battle axe has now been unlocked fully. I think we just need one more. One more statue will get us the gloves, and then we'll be able to head back, craft those up, and head on to Orctown. And there it is. There is that final statue. Let's get ourselves over there so we can unlock the last piece. And the Erebor planked gauntlets have been unlocked. Wonderful news. Right, time to head back to camp, see what Sigbert has found, and craft up these items so we can take on Orctown and the boss, the Orc captain, Bolgakh, and unlock... There's a bear in the way. Right, time to be brave. Come on, let's take on this bear. Even my Rohirrim spear isn't really strong enough to take on the bear. Have to be careful with our blocks. Oh, good. Bear is down. We have survived. Let's get back. Okay, here we are arriving back at camp. Looks like Sigbert's gone to bed. And has he eaten? Oh, he hasn't. Interesting. So I left these 2 out here when I left this camp at the beginning of the in-game day, thinking that Sigbert might need some lunch. He hasn't eaten them. They have spoiled, which is a shame. But I was just testing out the mechanics for feeding him there. But we have unlocked a new breakfast option, which doesn't seem to have the buff showing, but I think it only shows if you are at the time of day when you choose to cook it. In fact, we've unlocked 2 breakfast options. So which one is the most efficient use of eggs? Oh, they're the same. Okay, well, let's make the mushroom scramble. That's probably a high-level thing because it's coming from the roasting pit. I'm going to repair up the gear. I'm going to go to bed, and then we're going to check out in the morning what Sigbert has brought back. Okay, it's dawn. Sigbert is awake. I'm going to eat this before he does. Does he need food? How do I know if he needs food?
Cheers.
Oh, yeah. Look. Got anything to eat? Right, cool. Let's put some breakfast on for you then, Sigbert. You can have roasted cranberries. And let's check the delve chest, which I put in earlier on, to see what he brought back. Okay, so he's brought back a selection of stuff that can be found in the area around us. So he hasn't brought back anything particularly special. Nothing here is groundbreaking or particularly valuable. And no ores. But then I suppose to pick up ores, he probably needs to be assigned the job of miner and be given a pickaxe, which he isn't skilled to do because he had a masonry skill, not a mining skill. So we're learning a little bit about how it works here. I put these stools in to allow room for merrymaking, which it said was one of the things that they need to have. Let's see if he goes and eats those cranberries. Just there. Go on. Yeah, that's it. Go on. Get yourself some breakfast. And then hopefully he'll head out to work. So as you can see, Sigbert has popped himself on a stool to take a bit of a break. He is listed as at ease. And this is making me think about merrymaking as a general concept that they supposedly need. And I'm remembering that we do have access to the brew kettle. So we might take a second out of our exploring the mines here to put a brew kettle together with our copper and see if we can brew up some ale and see how he interacts with that. So I think, just double check that, it needs 8 copper ingots. Hopefully we have enough copper here. So 3 8s, 24. So yes, we just about have enough copper to make the brew kettle. So I've left Sigbert and the brew kettle ingots behind for a minute because while I was waiting for the copper to smelt up, I remember that, of course, the objective we were working towards was crafting up the new steel weapons and the rest of the Erebor armor set. And I counted up our iron supplies and I determined that we needed some more iron. So I'm heading out now to find myself an iron vein, strip that out, and get ready to craft up that gear so that we can finish up today's episode by taking out the Orc Captain and putting together the Crystal Descent.
Hum-dee-dee-o-dee-o, hum-dee-dee-o-do, hum-dee-dee-o-dee-o, hum-dee-dee-o-do. There's a tavern in the deep, they say, hum-dee-dee-o-dee-o, where the barkeep croons to a tune they play, hum-dee-dee-o-dee-o, hum-dee-dee-o-do. And once you know how the ditty goes, hum-dee-dee-o-do, means that the oaken door with the raven crest you can sing for your supper and a good night's rest. Hum-dee-dee-o-dee-o, hum-dee-dee-o-do.
Well, there's always food and there's always drink.
Hum-dee-dee-o-dee-o,
You can stomp your feet till the tankards clink.
hum-dee-dee-o-dee-o, hum-dee-dee-o-do. And once you know how the ditty goes, hum-dee-dee-o-do, that means that the oaken door with a raven crest you can sing for your supper and a good night's rest. Hum-dee-dee-o-dee-o, hum-dee-dee-o-do.
If you lose your way and your torch goes black,
Hum-dee-dee-o-dee-o,
you can whistle clear and they'll guide you back.
hum-dee-dee-o-dee-o, hum-dee-dee-o-do. And once you know how the ditty goes, hum-dee-dee-o-do, means that the oaken door with the raven crest you can sing for your supper and a good night's rest. Hum-dee-dee-o-dee-o, hum-dee-dee-o-do.
Okay, one iron ore vein cleared out. We now have 24 iron, which will be enough to top us up to make ourselves some new armor and weapons. Spiders! Spiders right outside the door? God, this is what we need guards for. Okay, back at camp. Taking out the very rudely invading spiders. Oh yeah, that's right. Jump up. Pretend you're working just as I get home. Got my biltongs ready here. And I have picked up now enough iron, which I'm just going to deposit over here on the pallet to craft the number of steel ingots we need, which is 11 more steel ingots. So we're going to get those on to crafting. We're going to check out what Sigbert has brought home. And we're going to build ourselves a brew skin while we wait for these steel ingots to craft. So let's get those on there. Let's have a look in the delve chest. Just 8 cranberries this time. You haven't had a very productive day, have you, Sigbert? You're just sitting around, you're just pretending to work, jumping up when I came in. Not particularly impressed with your performance today. So we've got the 8 copper ingots we need now. So let's put that brew kettle in and see what that does for us. Where shall we put it? Let's see. Let's just pop it here underneath this pillar, shall we? There we go. Evening ale has been unlocked, for which we do have the ingredients. So let's put a brew. Oh, what are all of these other ones here? Smoked mead. I think these are from... Yeah, see, this one's definitely from the Ent Draft pack. Some of the others might be as well. Oh, yeah, it served at Baon's Lodge. There we go, that's a Baon's pack. Raises stamina. We don't have the ingredients for any of these, though. We need milled oats for that one. We need sunken moss for that one. And that one. And then we also need thyme and Entwood for that one. So we won't be getting any of those just now. We'll start ourselves out with an evening ale. And I'm curious to see what happens once that's finished brewing up. It does take 20 minutes, though, so it's obviously not going to be happening anytime soon. But hopefully once it is, we'll see Sigbert drinking it. So we do need to wait a while longer. We're going to collect up these two for now because I can do these in drips and drabs. The steel sword, for example, is now available, as is the battle axe. And I'm just going to check, before we do this, how many sapphires we have and whether we have enough to... Oh, we do. We've got 14. So we've got loads of sapphires. Plenty to put orc killing runes on all of these new weapons as we craft them. So there we go. One steel sword. Newly crafted. Bring that over to the rune table. Put the orc smasher. Orc Bane rune on there. Kamin Rakas. And make sure that that's ready for taking on Orctown. I'm going to swap that out for the Rohirrim Spear at the moment, because I don't think that's going to be the most useful item in Orctown. But we've got the Lance Alliance Maul ready for Bolgakh, and we'll bring the big steel battle axe with us as well once that's crafted up. But we need to wait a while now for these ingots to craft. I can put the last two on there that we need, because we only put in 9 and we needed 11. And then once those are all done, we've crafted up the armor and weapons. We're going to head into Orctown, clear that out, and probably end the episode there for today. Well, guys, just picked up a achievement there for crafting the steel battle axe. Westgate Weaponcraft. I think that's to do with crafting all of a certain set of weapons and armor, which suggests it's the first time I've crafted the steel battle axe, because I've definitely crafted the steel sword in the Last Alliance Maul before, my previous playthroughs. So that's a curious one. But here we have our Orcbane steel battle axe now prepped and ready to go. We'll get rid of the iron war axe for the time being, as that's going to be not as useful. In fact, maybe we'll give our iron war axe to Sigbert. He might find that useful if he's out in a pinch. Not really sure if that's how this works. I mean, so give it to him here. It changes his role to guard. But perhaps if I leave it in this slot here, it might still allow him to defend himself. I am going to give him my armor pieces once that I've crafted the new armor, so that he's a bit better protected while he's out and about exploring and gathering materials. Okay, guys. Well, I'm here with Sigbert, who you can see is now wearing my old Iron Hills armor and gloves, carrying my iron war axe, and I have, although I've still got the Rohirrim pack showing, I now have a full set of Erebor gear. I have a steel sword with Orcbane. I have a Lance Maul and a battle axe with Orcbane. I think we are ready to take on Orctown. So we're going to head down there and see whether we can pull that off just as soon as we've slept the night.
Dwarves are back! Ha! Here to pay tribute to Bolgakh, King of Azog, true Lord of Moria. Ah! You will die just as he did! Give him a good welcome, lads!
Right, these guys, a bit of a waste of time, really. We're not interested in them. We're interested in Bolgakh. But he hasn't come over yet, so just There he is. Right, let's do it.
Eyes up! Got ya! No orc will be Lord of Moria! Come here and lose your head like a good dwarf!
He hits pretty hard, doesn't he?
Give up already! You will fall like Azog! Stay down!
But actually,
You will die!
taking him out pretty quickly with this armor,
You'll die like
protecting us in this weapon combination.
wolves!
He says famous last words as he now loses all his armor. There we go. He's done.
You'll never be rid of us in Moria!
So all the ult, I think, have disappeared now. And we just have these silly bats to contend with. Okay. So let's loot this area. And including, there are a couple of chests here. So already we have picked up 11 more black diamonds from Bolgakh. So that's really, really good. And possibly some from that chest I think was destroyed in the process. All of this here, we got another 3. Plenty of coins. A few other bits and pieces as well. And something there. Sunstone I think must have triggered that. We now have Durin's lamp unlocked as a building design. And something else as well that it didn't show me straight away. So there we go. Bolgakh has been defeated. We have the black diamonds we need to complete the crystal descent and head down into the next level of Moria. And I think we'll leave it there for today, and we'll start off the next episode with heading down the crystal descent. So if you have enjoyed this episode and the series so far, please do consider leaving a like and subscribing so that you don't miss the next one. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.